What's good, y'all? This is Kyle, a.k.a. What Dawg Cookin, and I'm on the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast.
Welcome to Black Smoke Barbecue. We are a collaborative group that focuses on different aspects of barbecue from pitmasters from all across North America. Barbecue is a culture, and we discuss topics, ideas, and the methods of it on the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast. Our mission is to spotlight those lesser-known content creators in backyard barbecue, catering, food truck operations, as well as the African-American experience in modern-day barbecue. Sit back, relax, listen, and enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome all, one and all. This is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon from BKC Cooks, and we're already having a good time, y'all. Can't even front, y'all. This is going to be a good one. We got a really cool guest, y'all, but we're going to go around the panel, check in with the bros from the crew, and see who's on the pod today. We'll start with our editor-in-chief, Charlie from Charlie Maverick Barbecue. Charlie, what's going on, bro?
What up, dude? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fantastic, brother. I got no complaints, man. Shit. You know, I'm black, I'm beautiful, I'm breathing, my hair is doing what it do. Like,
see, you starting already. Look at you. Just
man,
open up and you starting with the hair.
Listen, do you know my hair once upon a time had its own fan club? Listen, when I lived back up there in the frozen tundra, my hair had its own full-length mink coat. But that's for another time, bro. What you been cooking lately, man?
Oh, man. Oh, hold on. Let me collect myself after that. You acting up already. Oh, man.
I think we need some of what Brandon got necked up. We need some.
That's right. Oh, man. It's about to be lit tonight.
This is apple juice in a Darth Vader whiskey glass. That's
Ooh. Stylish. Like it.
Thank you.
Man, I've been cooking some jerk chicken and got some chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and threw some rub on it, let it marinate overnight, and threw it on the Santa Maria and just lit some fire to it, sliced it up and put it on some salad. Because I'm trying to eat healthy after being at all these barbecue festivals, you know, all these rich foods coming back from the Black Barbecue Cook-Off in Fayetteville, man. So I just had to, you know, decompress a little bit from all that great food, man. But I still had to get it in.
I understand, man. Look, how was that cook-off, man? Looked like you and T had a fantastic time, bro.
Man, you know, I'm gonna let T tell a little bit of it, but man, I had a great time out there. Great cause, giving back to the community for the kids, you know, getting them ready for school. Good turnout, good music. We're just chilling. We did not get on film, but I do want to say there was a Mr. Brown out there, an imposter, Mr. Brown, and he was acting up. Acting up. Yes, man. So it was lit. You know, we were just having fun, just going around talking to all the great people. We saw Pitmaster Cheese out there. You know, yes, everybody was, it was chill, really chill.
Good stuff, man. Well, hey, let's get right on over to T, man, so he can tell us the second half of the story. T from T-Dub Barbecue, our resident poet, the conscious brother, the conscience of the Black Smoke Barbecue crew. For all y'all that don't know, T is the one who actually keep us straight and make us behave right, even when we don't want to.
Would have been locked up.
We would have been locked up many times over. T, tell us about this cook-off, man.
Hey, somebody got to do it, man. I had somebody do it for me a long time ago, so I just trying to push it forward, you know? The cook-off was really, man, it was really dope. I do have footage of that fake Mr. Brown somewhere. I'll send it to you all.
Did he have the ashy knees and the whole bit?
He had the ashy knees, like he put chalk on his knees to make them ashy. He had the shorts, the suspenders. He had the whole thing. He was selling ices, the little shaved ice. Come on. He had Mr. Brown. He had a microphone. I hope I picked up all. Yeah. He was singing. Where the DJ booth was, they called him up to the front. He really got to it when he got up on the front. He was trying to get people over, trying to get the ladies to dance with him. Man, he was.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to get that up there. We're gonna have to get that up there.
Yeah, but other than that, man, the food was really good, man. The atmosphere was really dope, and like Charlie said, a lot of people came out. Great turnout. I really love the giving back aspect. They were giving away backpacks and things for school. Yeah, it was really dope. I'm looking forward to going back next year.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping I can make it next year, man. I really do. And speaking of the Carolinas and cook-offs and all that stuff, y'all, friend of our podcast, Art Fennell, for all y'all that don't know about Country Style is one of the biggest barbecue and lifestyle channels on YouTube. And they were recently hacked, and they did some major damage to their channel. Well, we want to let y'all know there is a Country Style 2 channel, and we will put the link to that channel in the description of this video, y'all. Art and the crew is back up and running, and we'll have all kind of videos and all the hijinks going on very, very soon, y'all. So by the time this video posts, that new channel should be up and running. So shout out to Art and all the crew. Glad to have y'all back in business, man.
Amen.
Yes, sir. And last but certainly not least, we got the brother Alton from the Dawg Father's Barbecue. Al, what's shaking, baby?
Hey, I am here.
Yes, sir.
Here. Man, look here. Bruh, football season is upon us.
It is.
Yes,
it's
sir.
right around the corner. You know, I'm repping the U tonight. You see that, right?
I see that.
Repping the U. I mean, we might make 500, but that's a whole nother story. That's
Just
a whole nother story.
Just the only thing I'm gonna tell you, bro, is just scoot forward a little bit so that thing don't peek out up on the screen no more.
Hey, it's all good, man. I might need to borrow your jet to go to a couple of games, though.
I seat 8, brother. I tell you all the time, man. You just let me know. I get it going.
Yeah, man, we could sneak it in when you ain't like flying off to Costa Rica for a barbecue sandwich or something, you know.
I'm going back to Costa Rica for barbecue.
Hey, but you got to make sure you ask them. Make sure that
cool.
those cows and stuff that they got out there, they got to be short hair, bro.
No,
Just saying.
see, now I'm gonna one up you one time, you and your luxury lamb. So the brother I deal with down there, my man Carlos down there in Costa Rica, from Duke's Texan Barbecue, for all y'all that don't know, there is Texas barbecue in Costa Rica, and it is fantastic. But
Okay.
they use Nicaraguan beef,
Okay. Ooh.
and yes, sir, very, very good.
So
very
that was nickel what beef?
Nicaraguan.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm just clarifying.
So great beef and the finest cigars on the planet come from Nicaragua.
I was going to ask if it comes like in a package. Can you get the that in the cigar?
You know what? That would be a great idea. Like they would have a customer for life with me.
I'm saying, give y'all an idea. There you go.
I'd probably be in debt if they did that, man.
Hey, do they stock them next to the Black and Mild? I'm just wondering.
No, sir.
No.
No, come on now.
we won't do that. No.
Sacrilege. What is this? Black and Mild.
Hey, man, it's all good.
That's sewage.
It may be, but it's all good. You get what you can, bro.
But it's not. No, it's not all good. Look, I'm a firm believer in you buy what you want, consume what you want. But
Yes,
some things are out of bounds. And Black and Milds, stop it. People stop it out there.
Yeah.
You
Well, I don't even smoke it anyway, so
you smoking a tube of garbage and paper. Like, stop it.
man.
But listen, we had an event this past weekend, man. We was at the Texas Beef Council. They invited us out.
Yes,
We were
sir.
out there with our friends for Pit Boss.
Yes, sir.
And we took a class and got the chance to meet some really cool folks and smoke a lot of beef. And dude, I've been fiending for picanha since we did that picanha back here last Saturday.
Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to old Jerry McPherson. And I said it right, McPherson, not McPherson. But yeah, we went out there for the smoke lab, man, out there at the Texas Beef Council and had a fantastic time. But I tell you what I'm mad about, Brandon.
Tell me.
How did we not walk out of there with that big old bone-in ribeye roast, man?
Man, he put it back there and locked up that walk-in. I was back there and look.
Them tomahawks and man, he had the best cuts of meat out there. I mean, you would expect it at the Texas Beef Council, you know.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was a fantastic time, man. We had a good crowd of people out there. We had grills lined up all over the place, and everybody was out there cooking and smoking up some picanha. And I mean, man, it was a great time.
It was a good time, man. Great reception from the folks over there at the Texas Beef Council and beef loving Texans. We had a
Absolutely.
great time. And if y'all are in Texas or want to come to Texas, they do offer that class. It's called Smoke Lab. You can look on Beef Loving Texans, find that on the internet, and you'll find all the information for those classes. So definitely recommend it. It was a really, really good time, y'all.
Yeah. And one more time, man, I want to give them flowers out there again to our fantastic sponsor and Pit Boss. They showed up for this event and had some cookers out there. And we had, us as the Pit Boss representation out there, along with my man Grill Sergeant, who is kind of the face of Pit Boss from time to time. But we had a fantastic time out there, and Pit Boss represented. And can't wait to go to the next event.
Absolutely, man. And they swagged out all of the people taking the class, and folks walked out of there with 2 arms of swag, man. They really set it out, man. So it was a good time. But y'all, this is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast, where barbecue is not just the code we live by, it's the culture we embody. And we ask y'all, look, do us a favor, man. Wherever you're getting your podcast, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're getting it, subscribe to the Black Smoke Barbecue channel, wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe, do the likes, the comments, all that stuff really helps us out, y'all. And we love to see y'all hanging out in those places. But again, let's get right to our very, very special guest. This brother, man, has been doing the content game in barbecue and cooking for about 1.5 years. This brother is from Louisiana. And we got some stuff to say about Louisiana. But let me tell you a little more about what this brother got going on, man. He's currently residing in Humble, Texas. He's a member of Omega Psi 5. For all y'all that don't know, that's them doggone Q dogs down there. And, he learned and gained his passion for cooking from his grandmama. And this is after he got married. So we got a whole other story about that, y'all. But he's also recently been named as ambassador for Blackstone. For all y'all know about those wonderful Blackstone griddles. But we're going to let this brother tell us all about his story, y'all. This is Kyle Arceneaux, better known as What Dawg Cookin. Kyle, what's going on, bro?
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for having me, brother.
Hey, man, glad to have you here, man. So tell us how you got started in this thing, man, because cooking wasn't originally your thing, huh?
So, man, I grew up in a family with it was a lot of women in our family, and I grew up in the country, so the girls, the women in our family did most of the cooking. So once I got married, I realized, first off, I love my wife to death. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put that out there right now. I love my wife to death. When we first got together, I was noticing that the food wasn't quite tasting how I remembered it to taste back at home. So I spent the summer of 2011 on the phone with my grandmother pretty much the whole summer, man. I wanted to know what we putting in these gravies, what we putting in these gumbos, what we doing with this etouffee, the red beans, because I felt that I wanted that same presence that my grandmother had at her house, my mom had at the house. I love how food brings people together. And I wanted that in my house. And my wife does a great job. She bakes a hell of a cake. But, I wanted that. I wanted that old gravy from Bellevue, Louisiana. So Bellevue, Louisiana is a small town I come from. It's close by Opelousas, Louisiana. And, so I started on my cooking journey from there. And, as I started cooking, I realized that I'd actually paid more attention than I thought I had. Certain things in the grocery aisle was starting to connect. I was like, okay, that's why we have that in there. That's why we did this. So, and it really became a passion once I seen how I can bring my family together at my house with my cooking.
Yeah, brother, I noticed you keep looking around and shifting your eyes, man. She ain't gonna get you, man. You can go on and tell us about. You look like you're about to be on the run, bro, and you're a smart man.
Safe space.
Yeah, you look like.
You saw I preface this with I love my wife, man. She's circling this dining room right now, man. If y'all look the video for a while, I need y'all to post this with a loss, maybe for help find.
Hey, Kyle, I'll tell you what, bro. If you need help, just blink wide twice. We got you.
That's right. We'll know what it is. We'll know what it means.
You see, I got my back to the wall right now. I couldn't sit out in the open, bro. I had to tell that story from back here. but But yeah, man, I really, I really enjoy my cooking now, man. It brings my family together. Whenever I'm home, I cook my kids eat breakfast every morning that I make, and then their morning isn't right unless I'm doing it for them. They want daddy in their kitchen, So I try to be here as much as I can to do that for them. My schedule is kind of crazy. I also work for the railroad. I'm a conductor for BNSF. So it's just, I'm always trying to find time to, spend with my family, do my cooking, follow my little boy through his sports and stuff, man. Life is wonderful. It's busy, but it's wonderful.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff, brother. I'm glad you're there in that kitchen knocking it out, man. So what inspired you to start recording and posting your cooks?
So I think, I was on vacation one week and my wife and I was just hanging out, spending time together. And my wife she's good with technology, man. She can, if she fiddles with it for a little while, she can become an editor tomorrow. She can become a producer the day after. So, I believe she had just gotten this new camera and we were just, fiddling with it, playing with it. And we just came up with the idea like, hey man, let me cook something. And I think my first video was a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. And, we did that. We got good response from, friends and family and things like that. And we were just like, let's keep doing this. It was a way for us to spend time together. I love to cook and apparently she loves to watch me. I guess I'm hey, one of them that black don't crack. So, I guess that's just a way for her to kind of stalk me a little bit.
He blinked one time.
I saw that. Hey, Kyle. So, Alton here, the Dawg Father's Barbecue. And first off, man, very glad to meet you. Glad we got you onto the pod. Man, I gotta ask you because I'm, looking across your IG page, man, and you got some phenomenal stuff on there. You got some great content. But bruh, we gotta talk about these shrimp and grits.
Oh,
come on now. Talk to me about them. What's that like, man?
Man, so shrimp and grits is one of my favorite things. My wife, especially, my wife loves shrimp and grits. She's tried them all over the Houston area. And I figured, if I perfect this, I could really get her. So that was my mission behind that, man. I love grits. And I love cooking with fresh foods too, man. Like I wanted to make a very high quality. Yeah, even the simplest of dish with the right type of ingredients can be a very high quality eating experience. So that's kind of where I was going for with that one. And also one of my most interesting things I cooked on there was my shrimp thermidor, lobster thermidor. Sorry about that. And we went to our local HEB. It was an anniversary dinner I was cooking. And the funny part about it, I didn't realize how nervous I was to experiment with this lobster until it was time to cut it on camera. Cause I don't know if everybody knows how much these lobsters cost. I don't have a practice lobster laying around. So like I had to
Did you say practice lobster?
No, practice lobster.
Like this Food Network thing. So it was
like a stunt lobster.
I balled it. I had it all nice and prepped. And then the way it goes, you have to split the lobster right down the middle, shell and all. Then once that's done, you scoop out all the meat, you saute it with a good butter, creamy sauce, and then you add that back to the shell. Makes a great presentation. It's a great dish. It's light. It's a great dish. I just didn't, that was the first time I think I was ever nervous with a cooking technique, because to split that thing down the middle, I had no practice with this, and I didn't realize it until I got it home and prepared the whole lobster for the cooking. So man, I remember staring there. I had the knife right at the lobster's head, and I look up at my wife, and I was like, man, I don't think I know how to do this just yet. And that's the great thing about editing. That part you didn't have to see that part. I got to put the knife down. I went check out a few TikToks, and I was like, okay, let me see how these guys are doing this thing. See that part? That's the beauty of editing. They didn't see that fear in my face when I had that knife for that lobster like that. So yeah, I mean, it ended up working out though. It was a great dish, and it was actually one of our funnier editing moments because we were pointing out. I was adding a little sweat to that lobster when I had that knife to it. I was like, yeah, we may need to practice this one time.
Season it.
Hey, but pulled it off without a hitch, man. So, I mean, you know what you're doing. Don't sell yourself short, bro.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, but I want to ask you, man. I mean, obviously you love cooking and you a smart man. Cause again, you preface that whole, little piece there with, your love for the wife. So kudos to you. But I got to ask you, man. So, I mean, if we're asking anybody that eats your food, man, what are they going to say is your specialty?
So, I love burgers. I love my smash burgers on my Blackstone, but man, my gumbo, that's kind of, if we talking comfort foods, my gumbo is turning into my specialty. And, I guess the part I pride myself on the most is my shrimp stock. So like I said, I always try to get the freshest ingredients I can find. So when I go and I normally make a shrimp sausage and chicken gumbo. Now, when I peel my shrimp, I keep my shells, and that's what I make my shrimp stock with. So, and obviously, when you're cooking, you may have to tinker with things, add a little something here, add a little something there. So I always add my shrimp stock as I go. That way, I'm not losing any flavor, and it's a bold taste with every bite. So, I guess when people come over, man, it just always feels like home. I'm trying to prepare every plate as if, it was from the hands of my grandmother. So that's kind of where I try to keep it.
So being from Louisiana, do you try to incorporate the essence of Louisiana in all of your cooks, no matter what you do? Or is it just specific to, let's say, gumbo and etouffee? So
I'm not a classically trained chef by any means, but when I am cooking stuff from back home, I try to keep it traditional from back home, but I do try to dabble in different cooking techniques because we have a wide range of taste buds in this house, man. I got some bougie city kids. I'm a country boy. My wife's pretty much a mixture of both. So like we have Chinese night, we have Thai food night, we have I try to expand my kids' palate as much as possible. So whenever I'm cooking stuff from back home, I definitely try to keep it as Bellevue, Louisiana as I can keep it. But obviously when I'm making our Asian dishes, I try to follow some of my other influences that I follow on through TikTok or Instagram, things like that. So, I try to keep it fresh in the house, if I guess the best way to do it.
Yeah, I really appreciate that because sometimes people go too far with a little fusion and it just ruins things, man.
Man, there's somebody out here, hey, man, I don't knock nobody hustle. I'm sure it is great. I'm gonna start with that. And there's somebody out here selling gumbo tacos, something like that. Man, I was just like,
say what now?
What?
They're dipping. They are dipping the tacos inside the gumbo. I'm like, hey, man. That some countries should never meet. We don't that some of these things need to stay separate. I don't want to come to nobody's house and y'all have all that going on, man. You need to pick the night and I'll be there for that.
Wow. So they dipped. Oh, okay, walk me through this because when you say gumbo taco, I'm like, okay, so they had the rice and the taco, right. All right, and then they put some of it, not too much of it, so it doesn't get the soggy. You know what I mean? So you're saying they just dipped the whole taco in there?
I believe they're trying their best to kind of create a Cajun fusion of a birria taco. Birria. You know, the birria tacos where you can kind of dip it in that broth they cooking in. That's fine. That's what that is for. But man,
gumbo is a lot more than a broth, bro. That's too hearty. Like,
yeah, man. When I'm eating my gumbo, we gonna have a fight if somebody comes stick a taco in my gumbo, man. Exactly. We're gonna keep all this separate, man. But hey, shout out to them, man. I'm sure it's and that's the thing I've noticed about Houston, man. People love extravagant things. If they can smother it in cheese or if they can smother it in the gravy, it is. I really like to taste the essence of the food that I'm eating. I want to be able to taste the steak. I don't need to drown it in a steak sauce but that's just me. That's actually me how my palate has grown over the years. I probably, when I was younger, I probably was a steak sauce guy. I probably was a loaded up with ketchup type guy. But now I'm starting to see the essence of doing things simply. Just give me simple ingredients, simple, great ingredients. That's why I'm a big fan of farmers markets as well. That's where you can really, get back to your local markets, man. I'm a big advocate for that.
In farmers markets, that's where you get that short hair lamb at, Brandon. I'm just saying.
I believe it. Them luxury lambs.
Man.
Now, Kyle, I know it's going to be a bit hard to believe, but I'm a bit of a shit starter. And so you talked about Houston and all the extravagant stuff. So I got 2 points that I need to start a little shit on because I'm just messy like that. Are they overdoing it in Houston?
Man,
lay it on me, brother. This is Truth Central right here, man.
So I love the variety that the city gives us. Like that's part of the appeal of living in the city. You want to be within a square mile of 100 restaurants. You want to be able to try authentic foods from all across the world. It is getting a bit diluted, I guess. But I mean, it's almost 6 million people here. So, I mean, I guess if you can build a restaurant, you're going to fill it up because the people hungry around here, man. Not everybody can do what we do. Not everybody cook the same. So, I personally wanted to, that's another reason why I got into cooking, because on Thanksgiving, on Christmas, I want my family home. I want to just be in the house. I want my kids around. I want my family to come over. So, I don't want to go out on no holiday, man. I want to be home and eat my home cooking. So, but I wouldn't say that, man. Those people out there hustling, man, they getting it, and anytime you can get someone to eat your food and then come back for a second plate, I feel like you're always doing the right thing. So I wouldn't knock anybody that's getting their their food journey started. Whether it's a food truck or a brick and mortar, man, keep giving it to us. Go ahead. I'm gonna swing by. I'm gonna swing by at least once. You got one chance with me at least.
Gotcha. So, I'm a little disappointed in your politically correct answer, but I'm going.
Man, I can't. Some of them just got started, man. I can't be out here throwing them under the bus like that, man.
You know what? I'm going to accept it, but now. You're going to have to come out both guns blazing on this one now. Folks, before we get started on these shows, we always chop it up a little bit beforehand. And one thing this nice young brother expressed to us is that New Orleans don't have the best food in the country.
Oh,
look here. The hat that came off, he might have got the rag. Now he's ready. Ready to tell the truth. Lay it on us, bruh.
Shots fired.
Man, I ain't gonna do too much, but I'm with that.
No, bro, please do the most. Do the most.
I've been arguing with folks about this. So I was in high school during Hurricane Katrina, and we had a huge influx of new students. They were from Baton Rouge, they were from New Orleans, they were from Zachary, all those areas down there. And I met a lot of new friends during that era. So it was a blessing and a curse. But one thing that we always argued about, and, they would come down and they would, oh man, y'all don't have no food like what we had in New. I was like, hold on, man. I was like, wait, where you went? Where did you go? And I went on a mission to take as many people from New Orleans I could find across Lafayette, Louisiana, because that's the area where I'm at. Lafayette, Opelousas. Basically, Louisiana is divided. Every hour, you should hit a city where there'll be good food. As soon as you get into Louisiana, Lake Charles will be your first one. Lake Charles is a great place to find some good food. Home cooking, Cajun cooking, all over that place. You go another hour, Lafayette, Louisiana, where I personally believe the best food in Louisiana is, Central Louisiana. You go another hour, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge has some real good food there. A lot of mom and pop restaurants going on. New Orleans. Man, New Orleans is for tourists. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful city. I don't personally believe you get the best of Louisiana in New Orleans. It's Emerald Lagasse and things like that. If you go to any major city and pay enough money, you'll eat some good food. But if you have $12, $15 in your pocket, where you want to be, I don't think you want to be in New Orleans. And I'll tell a lot of folks that they're gonna be upset about it. If you have $20 left in your pocket and you have to choose which city you want to land in, nobody I know saying New Orleans. Not nobody with no sense anyway.
Oh. Put a little stink on it.
Hey, the gloves came off at the end, didn't they?
Man, this gonna be bad, man. I can already hear my phone ringing. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna have to set aside some time because I'm gonna have to do some more proving to people. I can already see it. But yeah, man, I personally believe Central Louisiana is where you find the best food in Louisiana. And you can't go no further than Alexandria. Now, you go past Alexandria, to me, that's just East Texas. Shreveport is you're either in East Texas or West Arkansas. That's not Louisiana up there, man. Louisiana should be a square. And I-10 it shouldn't be no more than 20 miles up, 20 miles north. Now go on I-10 and that's where you'll find the best food. I got an LB that's gonna be upset by that stadium.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, you gonna have to be okay with it, man. I feel real strongly about our Central Louisiana food, man, and it personally has put on 200-300 pounds on me. So I don't think you're getting that same experience in New Orleans. Even in New Orleans is a magical place, man. I know very little cities that's as famous for a street than New Orleans is. You know, there's people all around the world that want to go to Bourbon Street, man, and it's a fantastic atmosphere. It's very little places that can give you that type of atmosphere for as far as if this is your first time visiting the city, you definitely want to go to New Orleans, check out Bourbon Street, check out Canal, the French Quarter, do all the hits, get your beignet, get your funnel cake, get you that chicken that's on the corner over there by Canal. The best Popeyes chicken in the world is that Popeyes on Canal Street. I don't know what
I agree with
that lady's doing in there. It is not what they doing over here at this Popeyes down the street.
Hey, I don't know if that was the original location or what, but I agree with you 100%. The one on Canal right there across the street from the hotel. I know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've been there many times. That's the one.
That is the one. Man, there is some descendants from the Popeyes family still working in there. I have no doubt.
I think it's haunted by the ancestors or something, man. Because, if you want some Popeye,
man,
that's the one.
That Popeyes like regular, man. That's somebody. They just basically that's the backyard of somebody's house, and they just threw a Popeye sign over the top of it.
Hilarious.
We're going to take a break real quick, y'all, and pay a few bills. Y'all, look, check out our sponsors, man. Buy some of this stuff. Spend some of the money with these good folks that's supporting us, y'all. We'll be right back.
We like you to meet Sweet Charlene, the barbecue seasoning created from family bonds that is low in sodium but high in flavor. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned pitmaster. Level up your barbecue game with this dry rub that has amazing taste and great color. Go to EddieWrightBarbecue.com right now and order your choice between the 6-ounce shaker bottle, the 16-ounce bag, or my favorite, the 32-ounce bag, and start rubbing your beef, pork, and poultry the right way.
A revolutionary new grill brush is here, designed to eliminate the dangers associated with traditional wire bristle brushes. Meet the Boyer brush, which will make cleaning fast, easy, and safe. The rust-proof stainless steel spring bristles are designed to withstand failure and last for many years. The Boyer brush is crafted with a heavy-duty, all-metal design that is dishwasher safe. Cleaning your grill with the Boyer brush while hot will provide effective cleaning without bristle loss danger. With a long handle for two-handed pressure that provides rapid cleaning that's easy and safe, it's time to say goodbye to the dangers of traditional grill brushes and hello to the last grill brush you will ever buy. Get yours now at BoyerBrush.com.
All right, y'all, we're back. And Charlie, you got the next question, right?
All right, so we were just talking about partnerships, having the ads. I hope you listen to them, like them, get some stuff like Brandon said. So tell us about your partnership with Blackstone.
Yeah, so my first Blackstone, my wife got it for me for Father's Day. And they think they slicked. I know they were just getting me another tool to where I can stay cooking in the house, which is fine. I love to cook anyway. But we started our Blackstone journey just cooking certain things on there. And a few of the videos did really well. It was at a couple that I guess went viral as far as the viral definition goes. And maybe 2 or 3 months after those videos dropped, I get a message from the Blackstone, the official Blackstone IG, and they were offering me a sort of a partnership for the brand ambassador spot there. There's a lot of great people that we call ourselves the Griddle Crew. There's a lot of great people in there, man. Not some of the nicest people in the world. And they're all just passionate about, about cooking, about feeding their family and about making good food. So, basically my agreement with Blackstone is, man, they send me a lot of cool shit and I keep cooking it, man. I love my Blackstone, man. It's a passion of mine now. I have friends that come over and man, I need something off of this famous Blackstone you got, man. So that's that's becoming like a little, it's becoming like a staple in the house now. So it's fun, man. I really enjoy it. The people over at Blackstone are really nice. They're very laid back, and I recommend everyone should own a Blackstone at least once in their life.
Yeah, what's your favorite thing to cook on the Blackstones?
So my smash burgers are my thing. If I have over 15, 20 people coming over, I'm definitely gonna do my smash burgers. But I've did my chicken and shrimp hibachi one night. My street tacos, that's my daughter's favorite. She loves those. I even had to do that. What was that challenge going on, man? Where you have to do the onions as the bread and you put the meat in between the onions. I have a daughter that's like an onion fanatic. So like that was something. It's very,
it's like an Oklahoma onion burger or something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that, man. I didn't film that one because I'm not a fan of onions like that, but she is. And then I do pretty much, it's basically on request in here. Whatever anybody's feeling, that's what we eating tonight. But I love the versatility of it, man. I can do a lot. A breakfast brunch, oh man, I could feed 20, 30 people in 20 minutes, man. I can knock out 50 pancakes in a couple seconds. Like it's my favorite tool. Definitely my favorite tool in my house.
So you know what, Kyle, I want to ask you, cause man, I know a lot of people that have Blackstones and I mean, dude, it's almost like a cult. I mean, people are like, man, if you ain't got a Blackstone, don't even talk to me. You go cook on whatever griddle you got, but it ain't a Blackstone. So, right. I mean, what is that all about, man?
Man, I tell you what, man, if you don't have a Blackstone, we can still talk, man. I'm gonna look at you a little different, but no, but seriously, it's a great quality griddle. They're very sturdy. They distribute the heat very evenly. And that's something about these flat top grills that's always a challenge, to try to get the heat to distribute even in the back corners of the griddle. Because you don't want one part of the meat cooking differently from the other. You don't want to burn something on this side while this is still cooking. So Blackstone actually was nice enough to send me one of their new generation omnivore grills. And they basically just tinker with the technology of distributing this heat to create a better cooking surface. And I feel like that's kind of where they might be leading the field. They really care about getting quality products out there.
I hear you. While we're talking about Blackstone, I want to give a shout out to one of my boys out there, the Hungry Hussy. I'm sure you probably know him. And he does Hungry Hussy. Yeah. He does a lot of stuff with Blackstone as well. So, right. I watch you guys and see, what you're doing. Now, again, I am a Pit Boss ambassador, so I rock with the 5 burner ultimate, the ceramic coated grill that they have, or flat top that they have. But let me ask you this: for people out there, man, that are, they want to maybe get into cooking on a griddle, they just hadn't pulled the trigger on it, or they're just not well versed with it and want to get better. what would you say to those people to get them on over there? Come on, try out this flat top griddle and just cook. How would you get them into it?
Man, I would probably ask them what's their favorite meal of the day to start off with. Is it a breakfast, lunch, dinner? And then once you figure that out, I can definitely give you a meal for each day for each time of the day. I have a favorite meal for each time of the day. It's something real easy that I can walk people through. So that a pancake on the Blackstone is unmatched to me. And I love making my pancakes from scratch. And I always keep my ingredients handy because you never know when one of your partners go come over and get drunk on your sofa and he go, they looking for breakfast, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They try to play it off as if they just hit them to, just meet, hey, man, I'm just coming checking on you. Yeah, I think you want breakfast is what it is. But I don't mind. Luckily, I don't mind. I'm gonna have to start kicking some of these folks out at a certain time. But yeah, man, like it really depends on what's your favorite meal. And I guarantee the Blackstone could satisfy that meal way better than the stove can sometimes. Even though I still, and also I wanted to point, I do also have a pit boss. I have the wood pellet grill. So I was happy to hear you say that. I do like the pit boss, my tool out there. So.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna look at you too sideways now since you rocking with a pit boss, but.
I was like, hold on, this is my chance. Let me tell them all the pit boss people too, man.
We're gonna let you slide.
Yeah. Hey, but you just said something here about pancake. And I've never really been a huge pancake, eater, but I will say this, man. My wife introduced me to those harvest grain pancakes at IHOP.
Okay.
And I mean, I've just fell in love with them, man. So I got to ask you, do you have a recipe to something like that with a harvest grain where it's not just the buttermilk pancake?
So I do. I write all my stuff down. I got a cookbook coming out soon too, man. We got these right now. We're just putting it all together. But I'll tell you, one of my secrets that I learned from, just going over TikTok, like I say, one of my secrets when I cook my pancakes, I don't overmix. You want to see a few holes in that pancake so that it'll make sure it'll fluff up once that heat hit it. And that was something I did not do in the beginning, man. I would mix them pancakes until it was a syrup looked like. But if you barely, you just give it a few turns, make sure all the dry ingredients are gone. But over mixing, that's what'll kill a good pancake. But I do definitely have a nice pancake recipe, and I do add brown sugar and cinnamon in mine, and I think that's what kind of set mine apart. But I can't give you all my ingredients, man. You may have. I see what you're trying to do there, man. I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I tried, man. You're a little swift on us tonight, though. But it's all good. But let's pivot for just 1 second here, Brandon. You talked about the burgers too.
But right. I just want to interject something, brother. I hate to bring this to a grinding halt, but I must say I do believe you are the last black communist. You don't like pancakes. You don't like pizza. You don't like hot dogs. You only deal in luxury short-haired lambs. Like, what happened to you, man?
Hey, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Hot dog. I like hot dogs, bro. I just made some the other day. I don't know who told they lied to you.
He made some. He didn't go buy none from the store and slice open the package.
Man, you know what I mean now. No, but it's just for me, pancakes. Dude, it's just, that's all carbs. And, for someone that's diabetic trying to keep that A1C in check, you can't indulge in that stuff too much. Now, that harvest grain. Okay, I might take one on the chin just, because I'm harvest grain, boy.
No.
I don't know if it's the pecans or whatever nuts in it, but man, look here. I'll put some work in on those.
I have to agree with you there because if I eat a pancake, dude, my sensor starts calling 911. Dude, pancakes are a killer, man.
Absolutely.
They really are.
That and cereal.
Oh, I don't even bother with
cereal. Yeah, man. I look at a box of cereal, man. I might go up 50, 75 points, something like that.
Yes,
so,
all right. So I digress.
Hey, but Kyle, I got to ask you this. You talked about burgers, doing your smash burgers and all that on the Blackstone. Man, talk to me about this Whataburger Swiss mushroom burger that you did. I'm looking at that. I'm like, bro, that right there will put you in a coma.
So those mushrooms I actually got from our local farmers market. I believe the company is TKP or TPK. I hate that I cannot remember their name, but they're at our local farmers market here at Fall Creek. It's every Sunday. And, he was nice enough to give me an assortment of fresh mushrooms. Cause I'm trying to dabble in different ingredients, especially fresh ingredients. So I went out to this guy's farm. He showed me his mushroom process, and man, it is just, I'm not an expert on mushrooms, but these are some beautiful mushrooms as far as I know what mushrooms are supposed to look like. So that was actually I'm starting to really get into the mushroom gang, man, because it's almost like I can add an extra patty without the weight I'd put on myself. You know what I'm saying? That one was one of my more favorite burgers, man. With that pretzel bun, I did my mushrooms off to the side. I had this creamy gravy that I cooked that in. And that's another thing. Blackstone, you can put, if you have cast iron skillets, you can have sauces stirring up on one side while you're doing your protein on the other. And everything just comes together at the right time, man. And I was very pleased with the quality of that mushroom burger, man. That was definitely, I'm gonna give a shout out to I believe it's TKP mushrooms, man. Some of the nicest people, man. They sell very quality products. And I'm gonna actually try. They gave me an idea with one of their lion's mane mushrooms. If you cut it just right and you cook it a certain way, they say you can't tell the difference between that and steak. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little skeptical. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give everything a shot, man. Like I said, y'all always got me for one. You got me for one. I'm gonna try it out, and then I told them I was gonna give them a review on it, but. Yeah, definitely that mushroom burger, that was my thing, man. I enjoyed that one. My family did as well.
Yeah, it looked good. But did you say lion's mane?
Lion's mane mushroom, man. It's a real, I guess, meaty. It's a meaty mushroom. It's so weird. The consistency of it, when cooked and marinated the right way, I've seen the videos. They had me fooled on the videos, but I got to do it myself because you can't smell and taste it through that TikTok. So I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna try one out for myself one day. But I got high hopes for it, man. It might take me off of this blood pressure medicine I've been dealing with. I don't know.
So we talked about a little bit of content creation a little bit earlier in the first segment. So I want to bring it over to that topic. You've been doing it for a while and you're really good at it. Can you tell us what you've learned through the process of producing and editing the content that you publish?
So my wife does all my editing. She teaches me something new every day. So every video you see, the quality of it, the effects of it, that's something that she sat one day and learned about and turned it into a reality to our videos. So big shout out to her. Without her, man, I don't know what these videos would look like. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. More than likely we wouldn't be talking if I was in charge of the editing of all this stuff. But the one thing I learned a couple things. One for sure, when we first started, I remember I had to kind of block out the negativity sometimes on social media. So once you put some stuff out and you can feel real passionate about it, and there's always going to be some of these people on there, my hibachi video. My wife did a great job with it. It went crazy viral, a couple million views. And I had Nate Dogg's Nobody Does It Better playing in the background. Not necessarily saying I can do this hibachi better than a trained Japanese chef. I'm just putting my own flavor on the thing. Man, this dude came in there talking about, hey, I lived in Japan for 2 or 3 years, and let me tell you, I know a bunch of people that do it better. I said, well, man, you go your ass back to Japan then. I'm not the people who you ate food from Japan, man. I'm in my backyard. Right. Trying to enjoy my food, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm that one I had to let go because man, when the video went crazy, those alerts are coming in, these notifications are coming in. Man, I'm up one night, I don't know, might have been 2:30 in the morning, sitting up in my bed, answering these people back like, no, fuck you, you don't know what. So that I had to get used to. But the editing thing, what I learned from it, man, you just have to keep going. You have to just keep putting content out there because whatever video you believe is going to be the greatest, that's probably the one that's going to get the least amount of views.
Oh yeah.
And the one
that's for damn sure.
On a whim, that's gonna be the one that's gonna get you double-digit views, man. I had some old fish that I needed to cook one day, and I said, you know what, man? I saw this tactic where people were heating up their grease on their skillet on their Blackstone. Man, let me just go ahead and give myself some content today, and I'm gonna fry this fish on the Blackstone. Man, this video did better than the last 5 videos I had, and this was a spur of the moment. I was just trying to cook this fish, man. I didn't want this fish to go bad, and people loved it. They wanted to know, hey man, how hot did the grease get and what you season it with? It was like it was all involved. I said, hey man, I marinated that steak last week. Took my good time doing all that, and I made a cowboy butter to dip my steak in, and I don't think nobody even noticed my sauces and things. And I'm like, and you asked me about some damn fish to fry. I was like, you know what? Hey man, whatever if you like it, I love it, man. I'll fry some more fish tomorrow. Goddamn.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I love it.
But you right on though. You are absolutely right on. That's kind of the way it works. You just make something just because, whatever. Yep. You ain't even put no thought into it, and it take off. Whereas you can sit over there and really plot and scheme and do your thing and put something together, and nobody sees it but you and your wife.
That's it. One like it. Trying to make a new account to like it again. I was mad about that cowboy butter, man. I researched that damn butter, man. I took my time with that. I don't think no one even commented on that damn butter. They flew right over that. I said, well, y'all some ungrateful some bitches, man. But just next time just go ball some hot dogs on the damn griddle, and that's gonna be the one that's gonna blow up again.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
So you say you got a pit boss, bro. What kind of barbecue are you throwing down these days?
So I heard my man talk about those boneless chicken thighs the other day. So I actually had a partnership with a Burns Barbecue, which is a very famous local barbecue out here. Been around over 50 years. They're black owned, great people, man. They make some of the best barbecue you can eat. And I met up with one of the sons of Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns, he's since passed away, but one of the sons are now running it. I met up with him. He gave me some of their seasonings, some of their barbecue sauce. And I said, man, I couldn't wait to get there and slap that on that chicken, man. And it came out real good. So I love my chicken thighs. I love my, I tried so I'm going to be a man and admit this. I tried some ribs on there and it did not come out the way I wanted to come out, but I haven't given up yet. I'm going to find a way to make this work out, but it was more me. The pit was doing what it was supposed to do. I think I was drinking too much, but other than that,
tell the truth.
Yeah. It's really more me. I think I might have to slow down when I'm trying something out new, but no, the pit did exactly what it was supposed to do. I wasn't on my job, but man, yeah, I have a good time with that pit boss back there.
Well, you got some backup now, man. You got some pit boss representation. You need some help with a recipe or a technique or whatever. You just let us know.
We got you covered.
We got you. You ain't even got to blink twice on that one. We got it.
Yeah. she right over there right now, man.
You know what though? Before we continue, let me ask you this. Am I allowed to ask you, what is your wife's name?
Keisha.
Keisha. Let's give Keisha her flowers because you guys, it seems like y'all are a great duo. You're a team. It's what Dawg's cooking, but Keisha's in the background holding it down. So, right. Keisha, thank you for helping helping my man out and making the channel that he's working on, keeping it successful. So shout out to Keisha.
Smile from ear to ear back there. You should see it. How beautiful. Go ahead, girl. We gotta do this more often, man. It's getting me a few points right here, man.
Hey.
Well, hey. Tell Miss Keisha she's welcome to jump in and say hello if she wants.
If she want to
get you all the points we can get you, bro.
Oh Lord, no. She waving.
Maybe next time. So, you're supposed to be starting a YouTube channel soon. As far as formatting, do you prefer long content or shorts?
So most of what I do right now, I create a lot of shorts right now through TikTok and Instagram. If I was to move that over, I'm thinking I'm going to have to use my YouTube as more of a just catch everything type of deal. There's a lot of folks that I spend a lot of time in my inbox explaining how I did this, explaining how I did that. And I think YouTube is the perfect platform for me to just show the whole process. I'm from start to finish, even, the tweaks, everything, what goes bad, what goes wrong. We're going to use it all. So I think that's where I'm going to go with my YouTube channel. Cause like I said, pretty much my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, if I was to move that content over, it would pretty much just be YouTube shorts. But, I am planning on dabbling into the long process and showing everybody start to finish what some of these meals look like.
Okay. And in terms of like people in your inbox, I know it's probably like a question you probably getting the most. Like, what's the question somebody always seems to reach out to you and ask?
Man, some people have real simple questions. They're like, hey man, what was that sauce you put on there? Or, what was that seasoning that you used? Is the ones that come on and say, hey man, how you made that boudin? Hey man, how long you think this response is supposed to be?
Right.
I can't do how I made this boudin. Man, it'll fill up the screen if I take something like that. You gotta have a more simple question for me to answer. But I try my best to. I'm like, hey man, a few videos out there, you can probably knock that out. I don't really know how you want me to explain to you how I make my boudin egg rolls, man. Like this process took me all day, so I don't know how I'm supposed to explain this to you over the phone. But I definitely get I get a lot of great questions from a lot of people on there, man. I actually get a lot of ideas. A lot of people come in like, hey man, you should try this fish with this thing, So that was my last video with the fish tacos. That actually came from somebody just kind of inquiring about some of my ingredients and telling me about this certain fish that he thought went well on the Blackstone, and that was it. That was my next video, man. So I definitely appreciate the engagement, and it definitely it helped give me a few ideas along the way.
Nice.
So you're gonna do a video on that boudin?
I think I'm gonna have to. Making my boudin. I have a cousin of mine. He just moved out here, and he's about as country as me. And he's he's one of those cousins like, I ain't gonna put it on film, but we go head to head. I'll cook you type of thing. So we gonna end up doing that. And he's gonna come over here and help me because he's sure he's been asking about boudin since we got here. It's because that's one thing from back home that me and him especially, we find that it's hard for us to find good boudin.
That is true.
A lot of people I feel like they just think boudin is just rice dressing or dirty rice is what
dirty
they
rice.
Dirty rice in the casing. No.
Right, exactly. And that's not boudin exactly, man. It's actually kind of a labor intensive process, but the ingredients aren't that complicated. So that's actually a plan of mine, man. You should see that coming soon. Me and my cousin out there, cause we gonna fight about it because I know whatever I want to put in it, he ain't gonna want to put in it. When we finish throwing hands, we might actually get to make. When we finish with that, we might actually get around to making some pretty quality boudin, man, because he's actually a pretty good cook himself.
I don't know if
So
you
are
heard
you
T, but he said make sure you post it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, no edits, man. We gonna put
Get
it
all
in
the
there.
content.
We leave it all in there, man.
So are you telling me that the best stop doesn't make the best boudin?
So the best stop
Shots fired. Shots fired.
No. Best stop has great boudin. Best stop has great boudin. If I had to rank the boudin from back home, I would probably go Karshner's would be number one. Billy's boudin. Billy's and Best Stop pretty much have a what and what. On either day, I take either one of those. Now, while I'm ranking these things, understand that I would eat any of these people's boudin. Like they don't. I don't want to shots fired at nobody. Really, I would eat all the boudin, but I would feel like Karshner's, Billy's, and Billy's and Best Stop probably have the even kill, and you know there's Don's too, but I don't go there for personal reasons. I don't too much mess with Don's. They had a little incident, man.
Yeah, you got that far.
I'm getting waved off for that one, man.
No,
So,
man, look,
don't go to Don's, man.
Let it go.
You can make this a Black Smoke Barbecue exclusive, man. Give
Yeah,
us the
man.
report, bro.
Oh, she don't want the private investigators coming around here, man.
Hey, well,
No.
we ain't gonna get you in trouble. We ain't gonna.
Take that deep. It's just personal preference. But yeah, I think Best Stop has a really good boudin. I actually they just moved the location out here at Katy, Texas. I have not been out there to try it just yet. And it's more just fear of being disappointed, man. I want it to taste like the boudin from back home. I hope they moved the recipe over and didn't exclude anything. So I'm going to get out there and try it out real soon. I hope it's the same.
Man, I tell you what, I definitely love a good boudin, but I'm gonna need you to go ahead on and educate us and the listeners out there and viewers. What is the proper way to eat boudin?
Uh-oh.
You're trying to get this brother killed, man.
No, we trying to get educated here.
So at our bazaars, our fairs back home, my grandmother's church, they make tens of thousands of links of boudin to sell, and that's how they keep their church going throughout the year during Labor Day. They sell boudin just that weekend, and they sell enough of it that pretty much keeps the lights on for the entire year. So they put in some work over there. Now, if you boil your boudin, that is, I feel like at that point you just want what's inside. You just want what's inside the case, because that when you boil it, the casing is real stretchy and chewy. So it's more of a sausage, and you just kind of cutting the inside out of it. And I put my boudin on crackers. I put it on bread. There's a lot of different ways. Now, if you put your boudin on a smoker, that makes the skin more crisp. And you get that little pop at the end when you bite into it.
Ooh, yeah.
That one, I feel like that's a underutilized way of eating boudin back home.
Amen.
Out here in Texas, they definitely they've acquired that style, and that's kind of what they stick to. And I applaud them for it, because it really makes a quality boudin even better, especially when you add that smoke to it.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, you out there in the Houston area, I know you mentioned Katy, out in Tomball, a friend of mine, Scott Moore, owns that out that it used to be, it's Tejas Barbecue and Chocolate.
Tejas Barbecue and Chocolate.
Have you ever been out there?
I have. So I've been out to Tomball quite a few times. I have not been there, but I'm gonna put that on my list.
Yeah. Next time you go out there, go check him out. He does a fantastic barbecue boudin.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really good stuff. And I'll give you a little pro tip. If you go out there, go really early. And what I mean by that is that you're familiar with Willy Wonka, right? The Willy Wonka movies or whatever. He kind of runs his business like that. They have the golden tickets at the door. So what happens is they don't open doors till 11 o'clock, but you go up there first thing in the morning and grab a ticket. And they have I think it's 15 tickets. And if you get one of those tickets, You go back home, do whatever you're doing, go shopping, go whatever you want to do. 11 o'clock, you come back, you bypass the line, go straight right in front of everybody with a golden ticket.
Man, okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued now. I definitely want to give that a shot.
Yeah, man. He's got some good stuff out there. You know, his passion is with chocolate. And then they brought barbecue into it. And I tell you, the aromas that's coming out of there with barbecue and chocolate can't be beat. But definitely check out that Boudin, man.
Hey, man, you got to be a bold brother to put a chocolate shop and a barbecue place together, man. Yeah, you got to be doing something right over there.
Oh, yeah, and make it work, too.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold. I have a little black book on restaurants I got to get to, so I'm going to add that one to it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, good stuff, man. Fellas, we're right up against the end here, y'all. This went by really fast. So, Kyle, we're going to have to get you back on here soon, brother. Especially, we want to keep tabs on your YouTube journey and all the stuff you got going, man, as you branch out with your content creation and everything, man. And we really, really, truly appreciate you jumping on here with us, man. We had a really, really good time.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. I love meeting cool brothers on food journeys like myself, and I'm definitely looking forward to another invite. I feel like we're gonna touch on a few more touchy subjects. So next time I'm gonna have my producer step out of the room, and then I can go gloves off for real.
Okay,
man, don't get scratched up, bro.
Well, hey, man, everything's fine. Yeah, we all good, brother. We all good.
No blinks required.
Kyle, tell the folks where they can find you, man.
So What Dawg Cookin on all 3 platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What DAWG COOKIN. What Dawg Cookin, man. And I'm excited for what's to come. I got a few videos I'm working on. I have a campaign with Country Crock coming up. Also having an endorsement for Truff hot sauce that I'm gonna be putting out soon. I got a lot of cool stuff, and Blackstone is coming up with different new great ideas every day. We just got some new members in, so it's gonna probably be a few collabs going on. We got a busy season ahead of us, but we ready for it.
Good stuff, man. We're looking forward to it, brother.
Appreciate you.
And we're going to check in with the crew and find out where we can find all these good brothers. Charlie, tell the folks where they can find you, man.
Man, everywhere you see the name Charlie Maverick on the socials, and I am in the comments on Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast on YouTube. So holla at me. We love to hear from you. Love to hear from you.
Charlie lurks.
Lurks. I said lurks the last time. Y'all said it was creepy.
You were lurking.
It's like stalkerish.
I mean, look, you know, you keep scrolling, you refresh, you know, you scroll, refresh. It does come off a little stalkerish, but I be waiting for y'all to talk to me. I ain't gonna lie.
You waiting for all them thumb thugs out there. That's what you doing.
Nah.
The keyboard warriors.
Yeah, man.
No, man. Y'all are very, very polite. You know, love hearing from y'all. I ain't ready for y'all yet. Y'all stay cool.
Yeah, that's like upsetting the beehive, bro. Don't do it.
No.
Oh yeah, clear that.
Hey T, give Charlie some alternates to lurking and tell the good folks where they can find you, bro.
You can find me at twdub.bbq on all socials, twdub-bbq on YouTube.
My man. And then Alton from the Dawg Fathers Barbecue. Al, tell the folks where they can find you, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, you can find me everywhere except for X. I'm not on X, but I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, The Dawg Fathers BBQ. And that's DAWGFATHAS BBQ. You can also find me on the Pit Boss Grills YouTube channel on the Backyard Bosses playlist. So come on over there and check me out. Got a fantastic line of new football related food type videos coming out. So definitely come over there and check us out there. And also, if you happen to be at Vid Summit next week, come on up and say hi to me. Me and my man Brandon, as well as Outdoors with Jeff, will be at Vid Summit next week. So come on out there and come see us. Or I guess when this comes out, it'll be next week. So this week, come see us. But Brandon, what you got going on, man? Where's people going to find you?
Man, they can find me and this luxurious man. All over the place, baby. Look for BKC Cooks. And we're everywhere except for the Twitter Bird X joint. We don't do that, but everywhere else, look for BKC Cooks, and we will be there in all of our glory.
Yes,
and
sir.
You know what? I have to. Y'all going to, I give y'all a little piece of it every time because I know y'all appreciate it.
We ain't that drunk, bro.
Bro, this is real life. Charlie, do you see this bastard glistening? Do you see it? It's moisturized. It's healthy. It's curling onto itself.
That looked like back in the day when you didn't know any better. You used to put lotion in your hair, man.
Oh, no, baby. This is hydration.
That's what you call it. We call it hydration.
Yes, sir.
Hey, before we bounce out here, because definitely we had a fantastic time. We had an awesome guest here with Kyle from What Dawg Cookin. But also, one more time, give the flowers up to Keisha for helping out and keeping everything running smoothly.
Yes.
So, yeah, big Keisha.
Shout out to Miss Keisha.
Holding it down.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all, again, this is the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. We want to thank our guest, Kyle from What Dawg Cookin. We had a great time, and we always enjoy y'all coming in and listening to what we're doing, y'all. And again, do us a favor, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and you will find us there. And we want to keep bringing you all these great episodes, y'all. But for now, we are out. Peace.
And hair grease.
Ain't no grease in this, baby. This is all natural.
That's that short hair.
This them juices and berries right here. Do you see it?
Yeah, here we go.
Now we gotta watch Coming to America.
Y'all stay cool.